How you doing, family? Welcome to another BANTU-Morpheus video. I'm gonna break with my promise that I gave you with the last video. Actually, I'm actually gonna fulfill it. And I'm going to go ahead and start applying. We're gonna apply everything that I've been teaching you in the last 45 to 60 movies. And we're going to put it all together. This is going to be bringing it. I'm going to bring it all together for you. And we're going to I'm going to show you what it means to live this truth and to function as a self-actualized person. Okay. Now that you've been freed from the trappings of the religion, mainly Christianity, the worst of them all. We're going to get you more into now living this truth, okay? Okay, so I'm going to start right out by sharing my screen with you. And I put together a bunch of slides for you so we can get you folks started out proper. And I really love these two philosophies that have been put together by brother, my Baba Michael M. Hotep, who runs the AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. You want to go and watch his YouTube videos, or you can watch him on Facebook. His presentations are next level. And I really advise you to go ahead and watch that. I want to start out right with my chime. As usual, to know truth is to live truth, okay? Okay, so that is just a habitual thing I want to try to bring in for you, because I'm going to start right out by reading this to you. As you can see here, I want to make sure I'm full ball, okay? And you guys, want you folks to be able to see this. And I love this. I love these two philosophical statements because they help to what we want to do with this paradigm shift in the way that we're going to take control over our lives by taking control over every aspect of this life cycle. We're going to go within first and take control of everything within. Okay, and this is why you want to do it, because look at what the brother is articulating here for you. Free, no charge. When you control the radius of a person's thoughts, you can control the circumstances of their actions. That's heavy control, folks. Nobody should have that but you. Nobody. And this is the paradigm shift that I'm putting into place here for you, if you choose to follow it. Nobody gets to control anything as serious as the radius of your thoughts. Nobody's supposed to have that but you. See, that's where this filthy Bible and this education system starts you out wrong from birth. The time you take your first breath and you can understand words, they put this BS into your mind. We're going to take all of that back. This is the paradigm shift. Nobody outside of you is controlling nothing for you but you. Okay? Here, and he said, why does this happen? Because the mind can't do, and I put in parentheses, think or teach what it does not know. This is why knowledge is power, family. Wisdom and knowledge is power. Scientific knowledge backed up by validated facts. Archaeological, anthropological, historical, written, literal facts from a hodgepodge of different people. I know in the past I've said, if anybody white tells you anything, I don't believe it. I would question everything until you validate and you're comfortable with validating that you have some element of accuracy there that you can now apply it in your life. That's the only reason why you do it. If you're not trying to apply this stuff in your life, then what's the purpose? Why do you need to know this information? Everything you need to know and you want to know has the purpose of it is to be able to apply it in your everyday life. And if you can't do that, you got a problem. You got a problem. It's no good for you. Okay. Okay. I want to go in and I want to follow up with this, right? And he says here, because the mind cannot do, think, or teach what it does not know, particularly about itself and others. So nobody should be able to define your thoughts and what you believe and and what you think, but you. That's the paradigm shift. Nobody outside, other than your parents, get you started. Even see, the reason why I say your parents, all they do is get you started. See, but if you are staying in control of every damn thing after 18, 19, but don't just take control just for the sake of taking control. You got to take control, family, in a way where you're doing it because you know something better now. Don't do it just because you want to be in control. That's folly. That's foolishness. You don't want to do that. Okay? Let's look at the second part of this. All right? And I want to wish you all life, prosperity, and health. And in the Kemetic terminology, it's Ankh Unja Udja. UDJ Udja Seneb. Okay? Ankh Ujab Ujja Seneb. Okay? We're going to change. All of these things are little small steps of you taking back control of everything outside and defining everything for you. We're going to take it out of the hands of anybody outside of you and put it back in your hands. You take charge. Why? I'm going to explain that to you in the next slide. Okay. And here's another reason why you have to define everything, including your thought flows, what kind of thoughts, how long they stay in your mind space. Why? Because what you do for yourself and what you do to yourself and what you allow, here's the key word there, what you allow other people to do to you. That includes you allowing them to control your thought flow by using terror tactics like the Bible does. Use terror, scare the hell out of you and make you believe what they tell you you should believe. And anytime anybody defines anything for you and uses terror, fear, horror, and all these other jive-ass tactics, the alarm bells should go off in your head. Something's wrong. Something major is wrong. What they're telling you has got to be bad for you, because otherwise, why are they trying to scare you into believing it? With an apocalyptic end of the world and scaring you with a hell that doesn't exist, a Jesus that doesn't exist, and some God looking over you that doesn't exist, and a fake ass heaven that never existed. Pisses me off. I'm sorry if I go off on these rants every time I think about this. When you wake up, family, and you realize what these crackers have tricked all of these walking dead Negroes all around the Southern Bible Belt area, walking dead people, swear they know what the hell is going on and are totally and completely clueless. And you know why they do it? Because they're a bunch of lazy asses. And they didn't do it on purpose. They were conditioned and brainwashed to be lazy and let somebody else do everything for them. And that's why I call it a cult. It is an absolute cult, a brainwashing device, and they've already drank. They didn't drink just a glass of the Kool-Aid. They went over and got the whole vat of Kool-Aid and picked it up and drank the whole goddamn thing. Lock, stock, and barrel. Talk about, Jesus, I need you to do everything for me because I can't do nothing for myself. Blasphemy. That is a sin to even say something like that. here, let's go on. Sorry. And again, what you do for yourself and what you do to yourself and what you allow other people to do to you and get away with it. This is the thing about reparations. These bastards worked out people for 300 solid years, okay? Okay, solid years. And we're gonna go after the English government and the United States government and anybody else that participated in this shit of enslaving Africans. My African ancestors, we're gonna get even with them bastards. We're gonna make them pay, or we're gonna make their life a living hell. You think these bastards that attacked the Capitol on January 6th had they didn't have a single leg to stand on. They were rioting out of pure arrogance and entitlement. They are white and they believe, they drink, they're taking that blue pill, and they believe the lie that just because their skin color is white, they're entitled to preferential treatment over and above everybody else of color, especially black people. Outrageous. Oh, they're gonna pay for that. So now here, okay, and this also says what you let them get away with, that's reparation. We're gonna get even with their asses for that. And now then we're gonna go on and say, and also is everything that you what you do to yourself and what you allow others to do with you and get away with is based upon what you think about yourself. Okay, and he goes on. I love this part. He gives a supporting statement. Okay, what you think about yourself is based upon what you've been taught about yourself by their jive ass education system and that goddamn Bible. That the education system is naughty, bad, but that Bible is diabolical. It's a crime. They committed a crime to tell you all those goddamn lies and terrorize and scare your ass into believing that nonsense and may turn you into walking dead people. And anybody that steals your soul like that in your mind and make you believe some nonsense like that and turn over all control of your life to some goddamn fictitious entity that doesn't exist, that's a crime. And because it's not a physical crime, they didn't take a gun and put it to your head. See, again, it's subliminal. It's metaphysical. You can't touch it. That's mind control. And that's why they say mental trauma is worse than physical trauma, because at least physical trauma, you can see it, so you can deal with it. But mental trauma, and for 500 years, 2,000, forget about 500, 2,000 years, they have been perpetuating this lie. And you've been buying it. You can't help it because you haven't been awakened by somebody like me. And that's my job, is to wake you the hell up and get you busy with taking back control over every aspect of your life. Sorry I'm animated. Sorry I'm passionate. I'm sorry. Forgive me, family, but the more you know, the more outraged you're going to be. And I want you to be outraged. I don't want you to be calm. This is not one of these Zen moments. I want you to be good and pissed off. Okay? Because I want you to be, because see, that pissed off and that frustration, this is not anger. See, anger is watching what they did to George Floyd. Now that provokes anger. Okay, what you're seeing here with me is frustration and passion. Know the difference between the two, family. This is not about, see, you're going to use this frustration and this passion so that you can protest and demand that they make you whole. And that's what reparation. See, the word reparation, the first part is repair. Okay, they gotta repair, make you whole, put you back so that you're back to level and even with all those that didn't get traumatized and enslaved for 300 years, and then another 150 years of back of the goddamn bus. So now they mentally traumatizing you even on another level. And this is going on now for 450 years. And George Floyd just was cleaned up last year. So that we just getting started. And we still haven't talked about reparations yet. And we still got to get repaired for all of that trauma and all of that damage. See, you got to recalibrate, family. You got to recalibrate so you understand the real battle. This is, they've won a whole lot of battles, okay? But the war is not over until we win. And what are we trying to win? Equality. One word, equality. Perfection? No, as goddamn close as we can get it. And you sure got a lot of catching up to do, England and America. Governments, you have a lot of catching up to do. World, what's that global World Bank y'all got up there? We're coming for your asses too. Okay. And so what you think about yourself is based upon what you've been taught about yourself. We're going to get even with your asses for that too, because you committed that crime. Not only with the Bible, which is the main 75–80% of the crime, but the 20% of the goddamn lies that you've been teaching our children in school, starting from elementary, first grade, up to 12, K through 12, they say, talking about Africans, people, or African Americans' lives started with slavery. Bullshit. You kidnapped us. You want to talk about slavery? Okay. We're going to talk about you kidnapping our asses, my ancestors, and bringing us over here and working our asses to death for goddamn 400, 300 years without pay. Now, you want to talk about slavery? Okay. But if you got any kind of goddamn brains with your dumb ass mutated vampire and ghouls and werewolves, you would have to be smart enough to go. You better let us talk about Africa. See, because you ain't got to pay us for nothing that's happening in Africa, because we gave you every goddamn thing you have, all your language, all your philosophy, all your sciences, okay, all your technology, everything you got it from us. And we should make you pay for that. But we gonna give you that because that's your human right to have that knowledge. Even after you crawl out the cave and you are vampires, ghouls, and werewolves eating people. Not your fault that you got put, you mutated Africans. Not your fault that you got caught in an ice age, but the way you reacted, that's your fault. The way you reacted after you came out, that's your fault. And the evil and the diabolical, demonic shit that you put on Africans because you were jealous and you resented the fact that they didn't get put in the ice and you did, you take that shit up with your God. You take that shit up in Mother Nature, but you don't take it out on our people. And you don't get to destroy the planet that Mother Nature is running, because it's going to affect the rest of us. We're going to make sure we put us into that shit with you too. Okay, so we're gonna deal with this thing of what's everything that's been taught about ourselves, and then what you've been taught about yourself is based on everything that you've read, heard, and seen about yourself. Now that covers everything. See, this is why I love my brother, Michael M. Hotel, from the African History Network channel. That's on YouTube, free, family, free of charge. And he gives you, and he is a master at political information about the governmental structure and the Constitution. He is a masterful constitutional, not a lawyer. He's an economist. His basic degree is in marketing and economic marketing. He deals with the economy and marketing and how to make money and use marketing techniques to make money. Okay, but he also has a deep knowledge of the history of the human anthropological history of the world. Okay, and the evolution of the human form. He's a master at that, but he is really masterful at law and how to apply law to get things done. And he has a whole nother thing on there. I'll talk about that at another time, because this is more relevant to what we're dealing with. Again, and what you've been taught about yourself is based on everything, not some things, everything. Everything that you've read, heard, and seen about yourself. Okay? So read the Bible, the first filthy lie. Heard what you hear in the words and the verbiage, that the way they talk about you in these subtle little backhanded negative ways. And they trickle out some beautiful things. But here's the thing. When it comes to heard and read, this is the paradigm shift. And what you seen about yourself, what you see about yourself. See, what you read, what you hear, and what you see, you can take control over all of that. Okay, when I sit here, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna show you how to live the practical application of making this paradigm shift to take complete and total control over every aspect of your life. And you do it by doing exactly what the brother said there. You wanna change everything that you read and you hear and you see about yourself. And you don't allow nothing to come into these eyes right here, which is going to tell you what you see and which is going to define how you feel about yourself. Okay? And what you hear, you control every aspect of music, every sound, every word that is happening in your environment. You control every aspect of that. How do I do that? I make sure I play music that has no words, or little or no words. And when I do play words, it's words that I decide. Everything that happens, I decide. This is what being self-actualized is 100% about. Taking complete and total control over your environment. And that's your home and your car. These are the two critical places that you and you alone can control once you become an adult. Even if you're home and you have your own room, you can control every aspect in that room if your parents allow it, because they're paying for everything unless you got a job and you buying, you paying for something, you paying some rent, you paying an electric bill. You should be. If you sitting there boo-booing in that toilet in there, you should be get your ass up and you should be out there working, have a job. And when you home in your house, you should keep that goddamn room spotless. If you're not keeping your room spotless, then you're practicing how to be out of control. You're practicing, you're training your person to stay out of control. And the key word for that is lazy. And the only reason you're lazy is because that TV got you mesmerized. And that damn Bible and all these other people tangentially, that means on that surface, on the outside, constantly feeding in your mind. You can't do nothing for yourself. You need Jesus. You need your mother. You need your dad. You need your brother. You need your teacher. You need everybody to do something for you. That's a damn lie. If you're a child and you're a teenager, you're supposed to be practicing doing every goddamn thing for yourself. That means washing the dishes, brushing your damn teeth, cleaning your behind, washing your body, taking care of your body, feeding your body. You should be learning all of the new stuff that's good to make your body as healthy as possible. You know why? Because once you get your body healthy, it will listen easier and faster. And once you take control over every aspect of the food you put in, the water you put in, every nutrient you put into that body, every thought you allow to go through your mind space, that's taking control, family. Young folks, that's taking control. You don't even know you're supposed to do this. You didn't even understand the nuances the little subtle little aspects of your life that have always been in your control, but nobody told you. And that's why I'm here. You ain't got to thank me, and you don't owe me nothing, because every time you're born, somebody has to do this for you for free, no charge. That's the way this is supposed to go. But you see, you're under an ice cave environment. You were born into an ice cave environment where cave vampires, ghouls, and werewolves have set all of this stuff up. And I don't care how nice they look. Look at the vampire movies. The vampires look very pretty. They look very pretty. And when they're ready to drink your blood, they'll get right close to you, kiss all up on you, and then they'll nicely, and they'll look at you, hypnotize your behind, and then bite you and drink your damn blood. Look at that. And see, they don't try to hide it. It's a metaphor. It's not actually what they do now, but they used to really do it when they first crawled out the cave. That's what they did. Okay, so now they're making movies about it, and they're letting you pay them to go see movies on how the shit that they used to do, and the new metaphorical, what they call theatrical license, and the artistic license, and how pretty and how nice and how sophisticated it is. Isn't it great? You don't know no better. So you go for this stuff. You don't know no better. You know, that's what we're gonna straighten this mess out right now. We're gonna straighten all this mess out right here, right now. Okay. Okay, so let's go on to this next one. I want you to see this slide here. Okay, family. And this movie, the topic of this movie is going to be what it means to be self-actualized. The reason I came out with those two philosophical statements by Baba Michael Imhotep is so we can get you acclimated and recalibrate why you have to do this. What it means to be self-actualized is to, first of all, we're going to do a paradigm shift, and to have little or no external, other than the initial steps, like what I'm doing for you right now. All I'm doing is recalibrating your parameters, your criteria. I'm helping you to reestablish the criteria, which is the steps, the areas that you want to make sure that you say that this is why I'm going to do this. This is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm doing that. So everything that you're going to be doing, well, let me stay on topic here. You want to control every external influence and anything that defines everything for you. Nothing outside other than me, your guide, and nature, and things that are these are the organic things that are happening, or everyday situations that are happening. You're gonna through these five senses that you have, you're gonna have those things are gonna impact, and you're gonna have reactive thoughts going through your mind. So I'm breaking it down for you, family. I'm telling you how this activity is going to happen sequentially, more or less. Okay. Again, stay flexible. Don't get too rigid. Don't start looking for any extremes, totally dominating and controlling everything. That's not what I'm telling you here, family. Don't misinterpret. I'm telling you to be reasonable and keep it in context with, if you're just starting out, what I want you to do is just watch what's going on with your mind flow. I want you to watch your reactions to things, the stimulus that you're seeing that's coming in through these five senses. Okay? All right? These five senses. Yeah, okay? That's what you're going to watch, the way your mind is reacting as you walk through the day. So now, okay, you're looking to take control over defining everything for yourself. and you're taking the control from a God somewhere, from a Jesus, from the past, or definitely don't listen to the damn pastor. Stay the hell away from them. You know, stay out of the church altogether. You got so much work to do with meditating, doing your jujitsu, doing your aikido, learning how to defend yourself, learning how to take care of your body, how to cook for yourself, how to clean yourself, how to clean your environment. You got so much time and energy that you're gonna have to put on there. You ain't got no time to be wasting. And I mean, you're gonna be wasting your time in them churches and with that Bible. Ain't nothing good gonna come out of it. You see, the reason you think that you still might have to do that is because you don't really know what the hell is going on. See, and you scared. The number one thing you have to admit for yourself in the very beginning is you're scared. And I don't blame you. Let me say this, not that you should be scared, but it's reasonable and understandable that you would be scared. I mean, these people have been terrorizing you and banging you and blasting you, like I said, defining everything that you think about, you see, you hear, everything you think about yourself. They've been blasting you 24/7, family. Especially you got that damn TV on. They've been blasting you 24/7. You have no idea. You won't have any idea until you cut that damn TV off and you get into meditation. When you first meditate, you should have little or no sound, because you're trying to recalibrate, baby. You're trying to change the paradigm. You're trying to shift from anybody outside of you controlling everything for you, and to shift it. Now you gonna take charge. And the way you do that is you cut all this stuff off and you just listen to the birds chirping. You listen to the cars sliding, traveling down the road. You listen to the sounds in the house. You listen to the clock ticking, the fan. You become, I want you to, as you do your meditation, I want you to sit back and I want you to become the watcher. Do your breathing. While you're doing your breathing, you're gonna hear these sounds through your five senses if you do have hearing, okay? You're gonna hear these sounds. And so you're gonna just get into just listening and focusing. There's another thing. See, you have to do you have to learn to do all of this stuff if you haven't been doing it. And this is an art form, just like martial arts. These are art forms, a lifestyle, the way you live, the way you control, the way you define every aspect of your living. So now you're going to be living truth for the first time. Real, organic, natural truth. And it's all, the control is being put in your hands. Okay? All right? So that's the paradigm shift. And that's what being self-actualized means, okay? It means that you are defining every aspect of your life for yourself. Why? Because you're going to be responsible. When anything goes wrong, you're going to be the one that pays. See here, number one, okay? We're going to get into how to apply it. We're going to get into how to, first I just explained to you what it means to be self-actualized. We're going to come back to how to apply it by using the power of belief, which is in my book, okay? And my book, basically, the anatomy breaks down the structure. Where are all the buttons? Where is all the, what are all the basic rules that you need to understand about what you are? Who you are, which is the body you're born into. What you are is the micro being that you are, that can never die, that is directly connected to the macro being and the subconscious machine, which does everything and has unlimited power. And so therefore you have unlimited power. Recalibrating, paradigm shift. Nobody outside. The subconscious machine and the universal being is you. Within. It comes from within and it impacts everything out on this time-space continuum here. This life cycle that you have going for you that comes with the body. Okay? But you still are the boss. The big boss put you in charge. They call it authority. They gave you authority to choose and define and create everything in your environment, not other people. That's ego. That's power trip. We're not concerned with other people, other than what they are bringing to you and what you can do to assist. Now that's called reciprocity. What is given to you freely by the universe, by the subconscious machine, as you start defining what you have in your world by controlling your thought flow and what you believe and what you feel, you take total control of all of that. That's the paradigm shift. Okay. And then when you receive the things that you have put out through the automatic machine, you receive that, you thank yourself, good job. Good job. Now I got this. That's who you thank. And to give your payback, you take care of somebody else in your life. That's called reciprocity. What you receive from within and from the macro being and the subconscious machine, now you go and you help somebody else. It's called reciprocity, balance. You ask and you receive. So now you should give. Okay? Not money. If you want to get money, you can get money if needed, but money is not that. Listen, knowledge and wisdom is far more valuable than money, but you give money where it's needed to save lives. Because when a person's life is saved, they have another opportunity. They have the potential to get better. And that's what this is all about. We're coming full circle here, family. We're circling the wagons. Everything I've been teaching you now, we're applying it. Number B, how to apply the power of belief and the law of attraction and auto-suggestion. That's what we're going to wrap up with here when we start talking more in depth about utilizing the thought control, the beliefs, the feelings, the visuals. Okay, you got to be busy. You ain't got no time to be watching no TV and wasting your time with that stupid ass Bible. You have so much work to do, family. You're playing catch up because you just woke up. Okay, you just woke up and now you got to catch up. And it won't take long, family. I give you 1 year and you'll be so deep onto the road and so relieved. And the weight and the stress and the fear and the terror and the doubt will be gone. But you have to work at it, because if you've been doing this for 15 years, if you effed up and your parents didn't get you on this path in your first 7 years of life, and whatever childish elementary way they make an effort to do it, not that they're gonna be perfect, if they just make an effort to do it, then you at least got started early. But if you messed up and went past the first 7 years and now you done went past, you deep into the second 7 years and you coming up on 14, and if you pass that and you start into the next 7, which is 15 to 21, well, listen, you got to get it together between 15 and 21, family, because baby, if you think it's hard now, you mess up and get past 21 and get up there around 28 and try to come back and do this. You can still do it. But baby, you're going to have to beat back a whole bunch of terror, doubt, fear, helplessness, or weakness. And they just turn you into a pussy, a punk ass. They do this on purpose to you. And that's why I'm pissed off. See, I'm not one of the, you're going to get different kind of babas. A baba is a guide. All right, that's an African term that we gave for a guide. And there's some other word, don't matter. Okay, but you're gonna get different babas. I'm a martial, I'm a yang baba. I'm not too yin. I have a little bit of yin in me, but I'm mostly yang kick-ass. I'm a kick-ass baba. I'm a street ghetto baba. That's who I'm trying to reach. The ones who are completely and totally lost and clueless and swear they know what the hell's going on. They have no idea the real power that they have. Once you take charge of this here, you tap into that subconscious machine and you stick with it and you got it going on, and you see that you got your body complying with little or no effort, now you can take all that energy you would have spent on that and put it on seeing yourself getting stuff and cleaning up your environment, getting into take advantage of these free, there's so many free Aikido and Jiu-Jitsu. Those are the only two martial arts you need. You go and take yourself an hour or two of that twice a week, and you only need to do it for about 1 year, and you're good. And all you got to do is practice because you don't need all this fancy belts and all. You don't need all that stuff. We want practical, usable art that just in case you're a skinny person and you underweight, or you've been a little timid, and you're not as young as I am, and you need something to give you a confidence booster. Go take jiu-jitsu. Go take you 1 year. That's all you need is 1 year. Aikido and jiu-jitsu. Or a jiu-jitsu, like I took Miyamaru, which was both Aikido and jiu-jitsu in one. And I only did it for 1.5 years, almost 2 years. That's all I needed. I know how to break bones. I know how to dislocate fingers. I know how to push people into oncoming vehicles, cars, windows. Once you learn that art, family, you know how to hit the ground and roll out and come up in a stance. Once you learn that, you're good. Then you go take you some gun arm training, some firearm training. Very cheap. You can get it for like $50 for a month. You go take 2 or 3 months. They'll teach you how to shoot bent elbow without targeting, without aiming. Not targeting, without aiming. You don't have to look down the sight and see the little pin in the front. You just want to sit there and aim and get used to knowing where your bullets are going to go just by holding the bent elbow down here by your waist, by your side. You don't need all that fancy. When you're going to be a marksman, you're going for some marksman training, which I ain't got no time for that. And you want to aim, or you in a crowd and you want to make sure you don't want to hit the wrong person. You see somebody doing ugly and you want to hit them from a distance. Now you're going to use your sights, but up close and you're going to deal with somebody, it's going to be strictly non-sighted, bent elbow, bang, boom. That's how you're going to have to do it. So now you got that. You got to take time to do that. Okay. All right. And then you got your regular meditation. You Tai Chi and meditation both do the same thing. You focus on your breathing. The Tai Chi gives you movement. It's like it's a physical meditation where you are moving and controlling your breathing and your steps and your move. And all of this is designed, family, to help you to control this thing here. The jiu-jitsu and Aikido is helping you to control your emotional response to things and focus on the brain lots and the positioning of the pinkies and things, so you know that you got the bone that you want to break. See, all of this is what I call critical thinking, real time, live, full action, critical thinking on every aspect of your life. Your thinking, your thought flow, and everything is using your thoughts and remembering what you need to focus on, that people have no idea what you're focusing on. And when you do these moves right, and believe me, family, you are in a flock of some of the dumbest, uneducated, ignorant, naive, foolish, and it's not their fault. But you got to understand, once you wake up and become self-actualized and you start focusing on learning these skills, this is going to put you so far out. This is going to allow you to be in the world, but not of the flock. You will be in the flock, but you'll be hidden. You actually be not a part of the flock, but they won't know that. And that's what you want. You don't want to necessarily be known. You just want to blend in. What I'm trying to teach you is stealth. That's what self-actualization is. The style that I'm teaching is stealth. I don't want them to see you. I want you to wake up, take charge, and still appear to be one of the flock. And then what I want you to do is once you get it together, go teach two. Grab two, teach two. Tell those two go. See, now you can use a pyramid. Now we can use pyramid. This is the way pyramid is supposed to work. It's not about getting no damn money. It's about each one reach one, each one teach one. Each one teach two. See, each one teach two. That's the paradigm. See, and this is another thing. When you're talking paradigm shift and you're talking about defining everything for yourself, you decide. You pick the number. Teach one, teach two, teach three, teach four, whatever it is you decide. That's up to you. Nobody outside of you. See how free you are? You don't feel, well, oh, did I do that right? Oh, that's doubt. We're gonna eliminate that too. Whatever you decide to do, if it ain't right, make an adjustment. See what I said there? No external bosses or shot callers. You are the only shot caller there is, period. Okay, and when you apply this, law of attraction, all this stuff here, number one, self-actualize. Define everything for yourself, all right? Why? Because when any shit go wrong, you're gonna be responsible. That's why you get it. That's what should motivate you to define every goddamn thing for yourself. Because whatever goes wrong, it's gonna be on you. And I said that many, many times in the other movies. Step one. Now we're gonna get into the granular part of it, okay? We still haven't gotten into the power of belief in the law of attraction and auto-suggestion too much. I just glazed over it, just, superficially, all right? But we've covered this so much, family, in the other movies. I don't want to keep wasting your time with the same stuff. This not going to change. Nothing's going to change. You still have to apply clear vision. You still have to apply the feelings and the emotions, okay? And you have to repeat this big time. You have to do this, okay? Thought flow, clear vision, emotions. You have to apply when you're in it and you see yourself already having, see how it feels. Feel it. Allow yourself to absorb those feelings, okay? And be in that moment and keep doing that repeatedly. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. That's the law of attraction. In a nutshell, you know this. Auto suggestion is repeating. Auto is you doing it repeatedly. That's auto suggestion. Suggesting, who's doing the suggesting? You. Paradigm shift. Okay. So this part of it, how to apply the power of belief and the law of attraction and auto suggestion, I just told you. Okay. And the way you get better at that is by fixing all the other things in your environment. You keeping your room orderly. Because if your room is orderly, your mind is orderly. Because you have to be controlling your mind to decide what you're going to do and get into the habit of keeping things a certain way. Habit is what? Cycle, repeating. A habit is something you just repeat over and over and over again. That's what forms a habit. Okay, work ethic, a habit. You say you're going to do something, you say what you mean, and you mean what you say, and you do what you say you're going to do. And people start saying, oh, if this guy say he's going to do something, he's going to do it. You can rely on him. You can trust he's going to do what he say he's going to do. And if he don't, that means something went wrong. Okay? You start getting that reputation, you become one of the most valuable people on the planet. Very few people can say what they mean and mean what they say. And do what they say they're going to do. Very few, because most people are just mindless, walking, dead people. They have to be led around by some outside external force or person to tell them what to do. And they get in a habit of that. Okay, paradigm shift is you changing the habit. You gonna be defining every goddamn thing for yourself. Okay, step one, purposeful living. That means you get up in the morning, you already set in your mind, what are the things I'm going to get done today? And they don't have to be rigid. You can say ballpark. I want to make sure I check on these bills. These floors need to be mopped. the covers and the linen and thing on my beds are starting to get funky. They need to be cleaned. My laundry needs to be done. I'm a little funky. My hair needs to be shaved. I need to tighten up on that. I got a toothache because I got to make a dentist appointment and get that done. I need to get some money flowing. I've been sitting around. I need to go out and look for a job. Want to get some good money coming in. See, you got so much to take charge of it. Every day you put a few things on the plate, and then at the end of the day, you assess what I got done. I still got to do my meditations when I wake up in the morning for 5-10 minutes, right? I got to do my hygiene, basic stuff, do the stuff Brother Baba Russ told me about, Odewole told me about, wash behind my ears when I go to the bathroom. I want to make sure I take a bowel movement, flush right away. As soon as it hits the water, flush right away, wipe right away. And another thing I forgot to use, baby wipes. Use the baby wipes. They're flushable. All baby wipes are basically flushable. I don't know what they call about this flushable crap. Oh, that toilet pipe is this big. So you ain't got to worry about clogging no daggone toilet. That day of clogging toilets that's so old. I mean, if you clog one of these new modern toilets, you got to be putting washcloths down there to clog one of these toilets. The way even the low water, the economy, what they call environmental friendly water flow toilets, they're very powerful nowadays. So you don't have to worry about clogging one of them with them little baby wipes. But the baby wipes are good, and you can almost always keep these bleach wipes in the bathroom behind you, but don't use bleach wipes on your butt or any of you, because that's not what it's designed for. It's strictly designed for cleaning your fingertips, and not even too much of that. After you clean your fingers with bleach wipes, you have to rinse that bleach off, family. It will kill because bleach is a killer. It kills everything, germs and nutrients. So it will kill your fingernails. It will kill your skin cells. So you have to rinse it off immediately. That's why when you see people using bleach, they have gloves on. Okay, so you have to, don't put that on your butt and all that stuff. It's not gonna feel good, number one. And number two, it's gonna start killing the skin and everything in that area. And your skin will start to dry out, crack, and get bloody. And so don't do that. That's what baby wipes are designed for, because they have lanolin. They are designed to moisturize the skin and clean at the same time. Okay, so you want to use your baby wipes, and you want to also once a month do your warm water enemas, and you can put acidophilus. They have pills that you open up, and it's a powder. You put it in the enema bag once a month. You put that in, you fill it up, or halfway, or however much you want to do it. Use your own judgment. You don't really need a lot of it, to be honest with you. You just need enough in it to every now and again flush out your anal cavity, just to clean that thing out and keep it clean. And now when you got your colon cleansed, so now you're cleaning on the upper level, coming all the way down, you're flushing out your whole system, and then you're cleaning just a little anal area, especially if you've been impacted and you sitting there reading newspapers and all that stupid. Oh God, these people have no idea. Anyway, so you want to do that. Don't follow the vampires and the werewolves and the ice cave people. Don't follow them. They are the children. They have to be taught again how to be human. They're still not there yet. Don't watch the shit you see on TV. They still not there yet, family. All of this crap you see, they're not there yet. But not by no stretch of the imagination. So you do these things and get in the habit of doing them. Once a month, you take a small enema water, let it go warm. Don't put no cold water up in there. It's not cool. And colonics, avoid colonics, high colonics, all those things. Don't do that, because your system is not designed to have water coming in that way, unfiltered by the acids and you have acids in your stomach that kill everything. So by the time it get to your upper and small intestines, and then finally to your large intestines, and then into your bowels, and then into the anus area, they have went through so many filters of anti-germ killing antibodies and things that, so when you put water in, now none of that's filtered. So that's why you put the acidophilus in there. You put the acidophilus pills in there and some warm water, and you put a small amount in there just till you feel a little pressure, and then you evacuate. Clean off the tip, put it away, That's it. You don't need to do it more than once. Quick, fast, get it out the way. And those fleet enemas, don't use those. Those are no good. Water with acidophilus, that's what you want to use. Those fleet enemas irritate your anal cavity, and the irritation is what makes you suddenly go to the bathroom. You don't need that. Water and acidophilus pills. Take 1 or 2 acidophilus pills with some warm water, shake the bag up, take that enema, let it go in, come out, boom, you're done. Once a month, right? Now your colon cleanse is really doing the work. It's raking all of the beef, and you can still have, you're a steak lover, have your steak. You want to have steak, have your steak. They used to tell us don't do it. Have your steak if you're a steak lover. Don't worry, because in time, as you begin to clean out, your body's going to automatically, if it's so inclined, it's going to automatically tell you, see, now I can't eat a lot of meat. My body will not allow it. The taste is just really, my body rejects it. It just tastes horrible. I have to cook meat till it's all of blood and everything is cooked to death. All my chicken and everything has to be fried and cooked to death. And I can't see no veins, no blood, none of that stuff. If I see any of that, I'll get nauseous. My body will really, I'm not a person that throws up, but my body rejects that kind of stuff. See, now I skipped over and I gave you the big brother health tips. I just gave you your behind the scene and my daily self-control maintenance tips. That's what I just gave you, family. Okay, so I'm skipping around here, but I want to go back here to the first one. Purposeful living. Everything you do is under the control, and you're taking total control of this mind, because what you want to defeat is impulsiveness. And I still do it a little bit. Like I say I'm going to do here and put my sneakers on, and instead of me putting both sneakers on, I'll stop and be distracted by something else. All right, and I'll start doing that. That's not good. You say you're going to put your socks and your sneakers on, put both socks, put one sock on, put the other sneaker on. However you decide you want to do it. I'm in a military person. I'm used to, and in a Verizon, and as a technician, we're taught to do everything at once. Get everything set up, do all the splicing at once, do all the putting away at once, and do all the cleaning up at once. That's the way I'm trained as a splicer to do. All right, and it's great. And the military teaches you to do things in a certain order. All right, and that's good because it helps you discipline your body vehicle. Discipline your mind. Your body vehicle is going to fall, and your body vehicle wants this. It needs guidance. It is not good at guiding itself. It really has no capacity to really do that. And that's why you see outrageous, barbaric things, certain people's body, they become psychopathic killers and all this stuff, because you get into impulsiveness, compulsive impulsiveness. And that is the body taking control and stumbling and bumbling, trying to manage life in existence that it is not capable of doing. You need the intuitive intelligence to dominate the instinctive intelligence of this body form. And without that intuitive intelligence, which is you, this form will become out of control and barbaric. And that's what you're seeing now with the vampire ice cave dwellers, with the Boogaloo boys and all of these proud boys and all these white supremacists, moron, psychopaths. They are trapped in their body. And if you watch the FBI interviews of the people from the Capitol building, as they're facing punishment now for what they allowed, they followed the herd and got into this mob mentality, which is, you have what Eckhart Tolle calls it groupthink, when the whole group starts following one maniac and they all just follow. Oh yeah, this is cool. Yeah, this is cool. Thinking that they don't have to be responsible. They think, oh, he's gonna take the responsibility for them. It won't work that way, baby. When shit goes wrong, you pay. And now the morons are sitting in there being interviews, facing these FBI agents with guns on their side telling them, now we're getting ready to lock your ass up for about 5 years. So you better tell us what the hell's going on. Why did you do that? And these guys are, I don't know. It's just that everybody else was doing it. And Trump told us to go. And we thought, since he was the president, well, he's going to be responsible. He's going to take care of us. Again, somebody outside of them defining what they need to do. And now it's time to pay up because they got caught on camera breaking shit up in the federal government that you trespassing in areas you wasn't supposed to be in, where Trump ain't gonna come. Trump don't give a damn about you. He's Jim Jones. He set you up. You're a moron. He set you up. And now you're on your own. And that's why I say, take charge, paradigm shit. Don't let nobody outside you tell you shit to do for yourself. You take charge, because when the shit go wrong, your ass is gonna face jail time and the total ruination of your entire life. Because if you get a felony, felonies, do you know what the key thing about a felony is? It never goes away. You can't expunge that. So that's why you want to have purposeful living. You want to gradually, take full control over every aspect of your life. As you take full control over every aspect of your person and of your environment. The first thing you're going to take control over is your thought flow. This mind space that comes with this vehicle here, there's a space here and thoughts flow through it. Okay, when you see thoughts flowing through that, you don't want to stop them and say, no, this is what I want to think. That's called taking charge. And it's going to be awkward in the beginning because you ain't never did this before. You never even had the understanding and the basic foundational structure that I'm teaching you about the mind space in the brain that the brain creates, as well as the billions of other functions that the brain automatically controls that you're not even aware of, because it's on autopilot. It comes with the instinctive intelligence is running all of that. You're the intuitive intelligence of the micro being. You're a temporary visitor and a rider in this vehicle, but the instinctive intelligence is running this sucker. And you have to take charge of the instinctive intelligence with your intuitive intelligence, which is the decision maker. It is the one that decides what's going to happen. And the only good news that I can give you about when shit goes wrong, you as the intuitive intelligence and the micro being that is just watching this whole show and picking up the senses of the things that are through these senses that this vehicle is passing to you, you can't die. You can feel pain for a minute, but nothing really can happen to you. So when you allow this vehicle the instinctive intelligence to take charge of this vehicle, and you allow it to follow some stupid shit that some crazy Trump bastard tells them to do, you have to allow it to do that. See? Because you can always say, you ain't gonna do that. No, we ain't doing that. Hell no. And the instinctive intelligence say, okay, whatever you say. Now, I really don't give a damn. Instinctive intelligence don't give a damn. You see, you got to understand that too about it. It don't care. That's why it gets caught up in shit, because it doesn't care. It's dumb. It's dumb. And that's what those morons, and that's what those morons who attack the Capitol, they're all dumb cows following Trump, hyped up on some emotional fake belief that they have some extra privileges because their skin is pale and they're ugly, vampires, stupid and dumb. So they think they need special privileges from somebody to protect them from their stupidity and their dumbness that they've been allowed to believe for I don't know how many years. Okay? So this is basically This is what you got to do. You got to take full control over every aspect of your person, which includes the mind space, the thought flow, the application of emotions and clear vision, and the purposeful creation of visions and putting in thoughts that are being fed by the different images that you have been building in your folder of the way you want your home to be, the way you want your car to be, because your home and your car and your vehicle, your personal body vehicle, these are the three physical areas, environments that you can control directly. These are the three main areas that you can control directly. And the physical form vehicle includes the mind space and the thoughts that flow through it repeatedly. Not the random thoughts that just happen to pop up. Don't be afraid of those, because they really don't mean nothing. You know, if you've been watching horror movies all your life and this stupid shit is going through your mind and you reacting, again, it's a reactive thought to some stupid random shit that just came in through your mind. And you're in the habit of reacting. See, that's what meditation is going to teach you. Meditation teaches you not to be emotional and not to react to what you see, because now you detach from the thought. You're not the thought. The thought is over there. Thought happened to come through the mind. Thoughts are happening to the mind space, and you're just watching it. So now you emotionally, you can detach from it too, because it's not part of you. That's over there. Ain't got nothing to do with you. See? That's how you have to deal with this. Right? That's how you have to deal with this. And once you do that, that's the paradigm shift. You no longer believe or even identify with thoughts as being you. Now you have a unique perspective as the watcher. See, once I give you that wisdom and that knowledge, and you inculcate that into your everyday identity and the way you think about yourself, once you start applying that and you start living from that new identity as the watcher, you have just been freed, family. You have no idea how valuable that is. I wish I had somebody to tell me that at least 35 years ago, at least 35, 40 years ago. See, then that way I would have been at least 20, 22, 25. But nobody really explained the granular detail, nuance of the importance of functioning from an identity of a totally new perspective as an intuitive intelligence and a micro being that just watches really everything that's going on. And the micro being now uses its intuitive intelligence to make decisions. See, somebody has to teach you that. And once you hear it and you become aware of it, now you know it, and now you apply it. Now it becomes wisdom and knowledge, and you actually become it. And once you become it, that's the awakening. Once you become the watcher and you know you're the watcher, you got, oh shit, I've always been the watcher. See, because you already know this, family. It's just that every lifetime you have to be what I called awakened. Or actually what it is, you have to be reminded of this is what you are. Huh? And once you're reminded, you're gonna say, oh shit, I always knew this. It's like when you watch Star Wars and you watch the girl who becomes, she says, wow, I always knew this. And now I realize that I always knew this. That's the micro being that knows everything and remembers everything. But the universal entity set this up because it, for the first time through you, it can experience not knowing, because in and of itself, it knows everything and has no ability to not know. It will always know it's too powerful, too big. It cannot not know. But you get to be reborn into a physical form, and you get to forget. And you don't see it as a value. You see it as a goddamn problem, because you are like you are scared. All these emotions, you're lost. You have no idea what the hell is going on. And then somebody like me comes in and tell you, oh, no, hey, baby, hey, dog, don't worry about it, dude. You got listen, you just came back. Welcome back. Let me tell you what you are. Let me tell you where you are. Let me remind you of your powers and the fact that you can't ever die. See, you have to be reminded about that in every lifetime. You need a guide, a baba, a friend, somebody. Don't need to be no damn priest. A friend, any friend that's awake too. They can pull you in and say, hey, this the deal. You got power, dog. But if you don't take control of your goddamn environment and take charge of every goddamn thing in your environment, you're going to be a puppet the rest of your damn life. And you'll be in a living hell every day. Hell is not something you go to. Hell is something you will be in as long as you're asleep, as long as you're a walking dead person. Swear you got it going on. Think some entity out there is running everything for you. That's what you believe. And the power of belief is unbelievable. You really have to understand how belief works. And that's why the name of my book is The Anatomy of Existence, the structure of everything around here and how everything works and how to control belief. Because once you control what you believe, and what you believe is going to be based on what you know and based on scientific facts and validated stuff, shit that you prove to yourself based on research and reading and listening to people who are telling you this is how that works. This is what happened then. This is how these people got to be the way they are. And you can see the evidence. Look, here go the bones. Look, there go the pyramids. Look, there go the Sphinx. The Sphinx is hundreds of thousands of years older than the pyramids. The pyramids were built on top of another civilization that was wiped out by some cataclysmic earthquake. We know because we dug down on the layers and we see the layers of the... See, that's archaeological facts, family. That ain't no rumor. There's not no conspiracy. And conspiracy is something you never gets proven. You don't have to have proof for a conspiracy. That's what makes a good conspiracy. You don't have to prove a damn thing. But you can see the Sphinx. You can see the big lips on every idol and big nose on everything all over the world. So you know they're Africans, you know they were black. You know? That's facts. That's just how it is. Okay? Okay, so now you've taken full control. You realize you can never die. You are the watcher. You're controlling now gradually, and every day you take a little more control over the thought flow. You're going to get into your routines. You're doing your meditations. You're doing your diet. You're drinking your water, you're having your tea, you're eating your salad, you're controlling your entire diet. You're learning how to cook for yourself. You're learning how to clean for yourself. You're learning how to carry yourself. You're learning how to protect yourself with the jujitsu and the aikido, okay? And so now your confidence level is gonna go up. You have this stuff secret. You know it's gonna, you don't tell nobody. And your confidence level is up, and you avoid stupid people in your life. You control everybody that comes into your life. Now, here's something very personal that you have to understand about your person, the form that you're born into. And I'm going to go off on a real, this is what you call a corner. These are corner cases. Sexual preferences. There is no such thing as a sin for somebody that is gay. There is no such thing as a sin. That is not a sin. You are born into a form that is that's the way it is. And if you find yourself fighting and trying to fit into what other people tell you should be, and you become trapped in that, and you find yourself fighting this thing all your life, and you get to be in your 30s and you still feeling this stuff. That's your body telling you, look, I know you may not want it. I know, hey, I don't blame you either. Look at the way they treat these people. I wouldn't want to volunteer for that stuff either. But look at here. This is the way I am. You can go the rest of your life fighting, and that's your choice. Do that. This is not a recruitment. I'm not trying to recruit nobody. I'm just telling you, don't feel bad or less than, or that you don't have equal authority. This authority to dominate and control your thought flow and everything that's happening here, that's for everybody. That's universal. That's the beauty of this. It's not racial. It's nobody gets it more than the other. The universe gives it to everybody equally. Now it's your choice whether to take charge and learn how to master these skills and all this stuff, but my job is to make sure you don't buy into any nonsense. Okay? You are whatever you are only for this life cycle. In the next cycle, you may be born into a woman. It's regular average person. And you will have no memory of this at all. None at all. Okay? So remove that, because first of all, there's no heaven and there's no hell. So that now, and you throw the Bible in the garbage. So now you don't have to worry about, you don't have all of that doubt and all of that stupid terror tactics are gone. So now you're facing yourself straight up again. You're self-actualized. You're being honest and realistic with yourself. Okay? And regardless of what your sexual preference is, you should always practice safe sex. And by the way, I'm gonna give you another big brother health tip. Okay? Male or female, straight, gay, or whatever. Anytime you engage in any kind of sexual activity, use a lubricant with minoxidil. Minoxidil is an AIDS-killing chemical that came out 30, 40 years ago, and very few people know about it. If you decide you don't want to use condoms, use minoxidil. It will kill AIDS and a lot of the other STDs. It's called lubricant with minoxidil. Okay, that's just a tip. All right, and please use condoms, because even if you're taking this, what do they call it? I think some kind of pill to stop you from getting AIDS and whatnot, it ain't gonna stop herpes. It's not gonna stop hepatitis. And it's certainly not gonna stop you from not getting somebody pregnant. See? So stop trying to cut corners. Do what you're supposed to do. Use condom. That's the bottom. See, if you use condom for everything, it's a small little, and it's not the condoms they're making now. Hell, they don't really stop any kind of sensation at all. And even the condoms you get, you want to put some minoxidil on the outside and on the inside. That's what I do. I ain't taking no chances with AIDS, because that is just, even though they got pills to stop it, I don't want to go through all that. I'm not going through none of that. Okay? And that's hetero or gay, it doesn't matter. That's the way it is. That's the best and safest way to do that. Okay? Now, I think that pretty much covered all the bases on this. The key thing is get that intuitive intelligence to take charge of this instinctive intelligence of the human form family. That is pivotal priority number one. And you're going to get good at functioning out of and identifying with this intuitive intelligence and your infinite self as the micro being by taking the position and feel yourself as the watcher, as you're watching these thoughts happen to your mind space. And then practice stopping the thoughts and replacing them with a thought you want to project. From using your intuitive intelligence to project thoughts and say, no, I'm not going to think that. I want to think this. Bring in the vision. Bring in the feelings of yourself, what it would be like if you had your brand new Tesla and you're going to get it for the first time and you feel that excitement. You say, oh, wow, man, this is the car I've always wanted. All those emotions, the goosebumps, bring all that in, family. That's the feelings, that's the emotions. Go there, be there. That's the process of using the power of belief. And they call it the law of attraction. Just by doing that every day, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, however number you decide you want to do it. You keep doing it and you stick with it until you get what you want, and don't ever give up, and you will win. You will win. Guarantee you will win. Now, exactly when that will happen, it's up to you. It's up to your circumstance and your particular environment, and whatever it is, the universe decides that that's the best time for that to happen. I mean, the subconscious machine, which is really you. You decide when it's, and that's autopilot. That's on automatic. You're not consciously aware of that. That's on autopilot. That's on a metaphysical side. That's the one entity that is autopilot. You, the micro being with your intuitive intelligence, you choose, you decide, and you never sleep, micro being. Your vehicle gets tired, it gets exhausted. You're still awake, watching and dreaming and visual and traveling and having experiences and talking to different people and doing things while your body's completely out of the game. So that again confirms that you are an endless being that cannot die. And you're always awake. You're always aware. Meditation is the only time you can sit back and consciously decide not to think, not to know, not to make any choices. You're just going to breathe and just be. And just be an awareness. Feeling yourself just being. And the more you do this, the more you go here, you come here and you be self, just pure, raw, without any decisions, just being. This is something most people live their entire life and never experience at all until they get ready to, just before you detach from the physical form for a nanite of a second. They say it feels like this total sense of peace. That's you, because you really can't feel anything. See, because you're an infinite being. Infinite beings don't have feelings. Feelings come with the vehicle. That's why you have no emotional reaction when you go back and you have these visions of different people. You have no real emotions. There's no crying for you. Because you don't have any emotions. They come with the vehicle. They come with the vehicle, family. You will validate this for yourself as you begin to practice now. Now I've given you all the instructions. I've given you the practical application of how to utilize and navigate and negotiate as you travel on this time-space continuum, and you utilize your mind space, your thought flows, the law of attraction, and your visuals, and your purposeful living as you go through and you conduct your day through this physical form vehicle. Now you are living a purposeful, self-actualized life. And actually, for the first time in this life cycle, you are fully alive. Welcome to the real world. And now this is what the red pill gets you. The blue pill keeps you in a fantasy fairy tale land that is defined by everything outside of yourself. You have no control. You just have the illusion of control. When you become self-actualized, you are in total control. Okay? Now, I'm gonna briefly go over some stock tips. I want to show you these things here. These are the stocks that I have been focusing on in during my when I started getting into the stock market. And I wanted you to see here, I wanted you to see my this is the amount of game that I had gotten over the time since I had started from the very beginning. Okay, I had gained over 4,000% gain, and that might have included some very small stocks. Like if you look here, these stocks here were Planet 13, which is very low right now. It's down to $3, so it's really on sale. When they legalize marijuana, this is going to explode to around $30 a share. Okay, FUV, I'm not sure where it is today, but it's probably around $15, $12 a share. That has gone up as high as $30 a share, but it's more of a trade. Tesla at this time, this was just after the split, and it was $844 a share. It went up to $2,500 a share, and then it split 5 to 1, and it brought the price back down to 500, and that's what you're looking at right now. It went back up to 800 from there, and since then it has gone back up to $1,200 a share. Okay, Tesla is the stock. This is the stock to really do your long-term 5-10-year investing in that particular stock. 10 years, that's what you want to do. These stocks here, Tilray and NMG, these guys here, these are lithium stocks that the batteries are all going to be made out of. So you want to start investing in that. Again, at this time, Bitcoin was $30,000 a coin. When I bought it, it was about $60,000 a coin. When I finally was able to pull together enough money, me and my mom, to get one. Now it is about $50,000 for one coin. Okay, Ethereum is now it is well, I don't know what this number is they have there. There's no way that damn thing is no $7.10, because right now Ethereum coin is $4,000 for one coin. These are the primary coins you want to invest in long term. You want to build in. You can get into these coins through Coinbase is an app that you can access on your cell phone. A lot of these cryptocurrencies, you have to use apps on the cell phone, which I hate. I don't like apps. They're too small and can't really do anything with them. But there also is Voyager, which is another app that you have to use on the phone. Okay, but these Coinbase and Voyager are the really primary two. I've been using Robinhood. And a lot of people are saying that it's really not reliable, but I haven't had any problem with Robinhood because I started out with Robinhood. Because Fidelity, I do all of my other investing with all of these other stocks. I use Fidelity to do all of my stock trading, buying and selling. I don't do any trading. I'm a long-term, I just buy. I don't sell. I haven't sold the stock in years. And the only reason I sold the stock is because I was getting out of it altogether. You know, and I really don't even remember when the last time I've done that. I've been back in the stock market since June of 2019. That's when I bought my first share of Tesla stock at $190 a share. And I think I bought a total of 23 when I bought in June of 2019. And then I kept buying every month. I buy another one. So I buy by the time all the smoke cleared, I have a total of 37 shares. Each one of them got multiplied times 5. And so I wound up with 107, some number. you know, and I just kept buying more and more. And just recently I bought another 76 share for my mom. So now we're up to almost close to 300 share of Tesla stock. And so when each one of those shares goes up, right now they're $1,200 each. They're slated to go to $3,000 each by 2025 or higher. Okay. And that'll just be the first 5 years I'm going to stay in the stock. I'm in the stock for at least 10 years, minimum 10 years with Tesla. Okay. FUV is another one that is a very good stock. It's a trade though. If it goes up to $35, $40, $50, $60, $70, I will sell some of it and take the money from that and buy some more Tesla stock, or buy into some Ethereum. I'll probably buy into Ethereum coin. And there's another coin that I don't have up here called Solana. And that's a new coin that I started investing in, but I haven't prepared that slide yet with the updated Yahoo list that shows all of my positions that I hold. Okay, but I'll add the Solana in there. Solana is a $200 a share. Right now it's on sale because I think it's $160, $170 a share, a coin. And anytime you can get these cryptocurrencies, these three, Bitcoin, and I have Dogecoin. I have thousands of. I have about 20,000 or 15,000 Dogecoins, and they're cheap. You know, here they were 5 cents. Now Dogecoin is 19 cents, and it averages around 25 cents. So I've made all that money on it. When I bought like probably 15,000, 10,000 coins at 5 cents. I mean, come on. You put, I put $100, $200, $500 in there, you get, forget about it. You get 10,000 coins, easy, 5 cents, come on. So, you should be loading up on this. And the reason I'm going to stick with Dogecoin is because Elon Musk, he's done the analysis and he says Dogecoin is much more pliable and usable as a currency. So I'm going to stick with Dogecoin. I'm going to keep buying into Dogecoin because I think it's going to explode. Everybody's bad-mouthing Dogecoin. And I say, okay, y'all keep bad-mouthing. I'm sticking with it. If Elon says it's going to be good, I'm sticking with it. I trust Elon. Okay, you got to trust somebody sometime. Okay, so these are the three coins basically that I deal with on a regular, steady basis. And Solana. Well, actually, Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana are the top three coins that I feed into all the time. Dogecoin, I feed a little bit when I got some extra money, and it goes down to like it is now. It's like, I think it's 18, 19 cents. It goes down in that area. Boy, I really want to get some more because, wow, so cheap, And this is the way I save my money, and this is the way I do my savings. I leave my money in these things. I never sell these things. These are things that I did. The Doge you can sell, you can pump and dump. When it goes up to like 30 cents, it goes up. No, really, it goes to 65, 70 cents. I'll dump half of the Doge coins because I know it's going to go back down. And if it don't go back down, then at least I still got half of it. I'm going to make, I got 15,000 coins. I'm going to make, if it goes up to $1, I just made $15,000. See, that's why I like Dogecoin. For even the poorest of the poor people can afford Dogecoin. Okay. All right. And if you're looking at it here, by the way, this is .0005. That's not 5 cents, family. Okay. That's how much has gone up. I'm sorry. That's the change. If you look here, it's .008. That's not even 1 penny Dogecoin. Right now, Doge is 19 cents. So if you bought it at .008 and you put $100 in there, you have to divide .008 into 100.00, and you have to divide this into that, and you need a calculator to calculate how many of these Dogecoins you would get. I guarantee you, it's going to be like 15 or 20,000 coins. And if each one of them go up to $1, you now got $20,000, family, and you only spent $100. This is where investing really is lucrative, family. And you've got to understand how this works. See, this is how we can catch up and kind of build our own world inside of this other world. And you can now, with all of this wisdom and all of this knowledge and all of this self-help, family, and all of this freeing of your mind through Dianetics and curing yourself and relying completely and totally on yourself. And if you're lucky enough to get somebody who shares this vision with you and shares this lifestyle with you, a mate or a good friend or somebody like that, oh, you are going to live, you will be in heaven on earth. This is what heaven looks like, being in complete and total control of every aspect of your life, which directly controls your happiness and your joy and your peace of mind and your sense of security. When you cover all of these bases that I've just been talking to you about, and here now I'm giving you information that's going to help you make your own money and take a little bit of money and turn it into hundreds of thousands of dollars. Family, and all you're using is knowledge and wisdom. See, I'm not giving you stocks and things. I've been holding these same stocks for the last 2.5 years, and I'm going to be holding them for the next 10 years. This is called long-term investing. I am not a gambler. I am not a trader. I do trade some stocks, but a trader is somebody that buys and sells stocks every day. That's a trader. And I may get into some of that if I want to just generate some capital just for fun and to do some small things. Once you build your basic portfolio and it starts to grow for you. I can tell you, when I first started this portfolio in June of 2019, I took $4,500 and I bought Tesla and I bought FUB. I took $4,000 and I bought Tesla and I got 23 shares. I took the rest 500 I had and I bought FUV. And then as time went on, I started buying Planet 13. I started buying CDB, CBDS. Both of these are cannabis plays. Okay, these are only 2 cannabis stocks I'm invested in. I won't pick any other ones. There's AM, there's Mary Jane, or there's another one further down. I'm not going to bother with that. These 2 I'm comfortable. One is medicinal. CBD is a medicinal cannabis play, and Planet 13 is a recreational. So I'm going to stick with these 2. I don't need a whole bunch of crazy stuff. These 2 are my lithium plays that will help me invest in battery technology. Okay. And these are my cryptocurrencies. So you see how I have it all blocked off? Again, organized, structured. There's a rationale and a reason why I do, why everything I do is for a reason. Is to accomplish some long-term mission. And I'm going to repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And all of this activities, family, is going to fill up your entire life. Okay? And you will be functioning out of pure purpose for the first time in your life. You'll be functioning out of purpose. And this will radically change your life from a life of terror, fear, anxiety, uncertainty, weakness, and stress to a 180-degree turnaround going in the opposite direction. Every day, you're going to be more confident. Every day, you're going to become more control of every aspect of your life. And you're going to feel it. You're going to sleep better. Your sleeping is going to be so thorough. Because if you do the martial arts and you go to the gym, like I tell you in the beginning, especially, you're going to be exhausted by the end of the day and you're going to sleep like a rock. And because you don't have the guilt and the terror of the heaven and the hell and are you gay and you're going to go to hell and all of that's wiped out because you threw the Bible in the garbage. So that's going to remove 90% of the anxiety and the terror out of your life. Okay. And that terror is going to be filled up with confidence and peace of mind and no stress and no variation. And you're going to build on that for the rest of your life. To know truth is to live truth every day. And you have to build it up. You have to build the confidence, and you will build your own internal confidence and build your judgment and your ability to make solid choices. And if you make a mistake, see where you went wrong and don't do it again. Fix it and keep it moving. Don't be guilty. Don't sit back there and wallow in guilt. Keep it moving, because there's always tomorrow. And after this life is over, there's the next life. And after that life is over, there's going to be the next life, because you don't die. All you do is move from life to more life and more life. Wow. Imagine when that realization becomes real to you, and you can couch yourself in the confidence of knowing that that is the truth. Family, when you get rid of that damn godforsaken Bible, you will begin to live this truth. And once you live this truth, you're gonna know what truth is. And nobody will be able to take this from you. Once you get a taste of this, there ain't no going back. Remember, we only get better each lifetime. You get better, you get smarter, you get wiser. Okay, family, I think we pretty much covered the basis for this. I'm gonna just check my notes to make sure. Okay, yep, we covered everything. And the history and the books that I'm gonna go back to maybe a little bit more, but I think I've decided, because see, I decide everything. I make all the choices around here. And I know I said I was gonna do certain things, but when I look back at it, sometimes covering too much history is not gonna do you any good, because you have to move forward. You need the history so you can see the con in the Bible. You can see the con in a lot of this crap that they've been putting. You can see the con in them trying to convince you to look at, if you're an African American, that focus on your being enslaved here in America. That's not what you need to be focusing on. You need to focus on them paying you for working your ancestors for 450 years. That you need to focus on, to go back to that enslavement BS from here in America and all around the world, in the Caribbean and everything. You need to, the only reason you need to focus on the historical past and of your African ancestry is because you have to be reminded of your greatness as a human form. If you're born to become an African American, if you're a mutated African that came out of the cave, you need to understand how you became this filthy barbarian and get to work. Don't get into this old poor woe is me, damn all that. You take all this stuff that I just was explaining to my African young folks, and you apply that in your life and straighten your ass out, because you need to really get to work on this meditation and functioning out of your micro being, because that can, now that you out back out here in the sun, your pineal gland is starting to wake up. Your melanin is going to start to flow again. See, so you can get to work, but you need to get to work on yourself. You are European, mutated African, and you watching all of this stuff. You need to get to work. You really need to get to work. But you can experience all these things that I've described here for yourself just as well. This is an equal, finally, you're gonna have true equality. And what I'm teaching is true equality. Not all this BS that's going on around here making you think you better than somebody. If you are a European, mutated, and you're watching this, and you think you're better than somebody else, baby, you are in one of the, you are more brainwashed even than African Americans are. Because African Americans, we're gonna fall back on our African ancestry, and we're gonna get better. You got to fall back on your African ancestry, but you got to plow through all of that crap you did for 100,000 years of vampires and drinking blood and stuff from your ancestry, and clean that shit out of your human form, because that's in your DNA. You got what they call epigenetic trauma and stuff built into the DNA of your human form. And you can clean that out with Dianetics. You can clean that out. Stop raping. Stop murdering. Okay? Stop being psychopathic. Okay? You can clean that out, but you need to get deep into Dianetics. You got a lot more work to do than the Africans that have been traumatized by your ancestors enslaving them. And now they have to pay us back for that. You need to be supporting that reparation too, because if you want to get right within, you need to get some you need to do reciprocity. You got to help your ancestors pay back for the filthy nonsense that they did, because they were jealous and they were envious that they got caught in the ice, and me and my ancestors, we didn't get caught in the ice. So that's not our fault. So you don't come out and punish us. And the fact that you did punish us, you want to get right spiritually, then you do reparation. You pay us back for what y'all did to our ancestors. And then we can be physically equal. We're going to get our own with our own stock market. I'm teaching my folks, we're going to get our own. But we're going to also come for retribution and payback for what y'all did to our ancestors. We ain't letting that go, ever. Okay? Now, I just want to put that out there. Okay, family? So I think I pretty much gave you everything. We're going to pick it up in the next movie. And I hope this has been informative. And I hope it's given you a sense of completeness and relief. Welcome to the real world. Welcome to joy, peace, happiness, confidence, security, and just a heavenly lifestyle here in real time in the real world. Okay, family? One love, and I'll see you in the next movie. Okay? To know truth is you have to live this truth and practice, practice, practice. Take care, family.